My ego is fed up. My ego is so fed up. Do you know how much people I see talking about you have to do this, you have to do that to get to this place, you have to do this to get to that place. These people are trying to trap you. This is trying to trap you. This is bad. That's negative. This is... What are you trying to escape? What are you trying to achieve? Isn't the point of what you're trying to achieve supposed to be what? Where are you going? Where are you heading? Where are you trying to find? What are you trying to find? You want to escape a matrix, or you want to get into heaven, right? What is that? Do you deem it to be a place that's outside of where you currently are? Because if you do, you might be right in one perspective. But guess what? You're not living that perspective right now. You're living this one. And there's a heaven and a hell right here, what you're living. There's a matrix inside of yourself that you trap yourself in. Nobody else does it for you. You trap yourself there, and you can escape it for yourself. You are trapped inside of yourself. You are the suppressor to yourself. And if you believe that it's anybody outside of you, you've given your power away to something that has no power over you, because you can choose how to live your life. You can choose how you feel in your life. You can change the way that your emotions express themselves outwardly. You can learn to manage that anger that you struggle with. You can learn to overcome that grief of the loss. It's all just processing emotions. Because ultimately the body is a machine. It's an electromagnetic machine. The heart is a machine, and we are the awareness that has hopped inside of this machine to navigate with it in the best way possible. And how do we do that? Not by looking at dimensions or spiritual stuff or religion. We do it by looking at ourselves. We look at our bodies. We look at our minds. We sit with no distractions from us. How can you connect to something deeply? How do you develop a relationship with somebody or with something? You spend time with them, and not just any time where you sit there doing your own thing and they do their own thing. You sit there and you spend intentional time, like you want to get to know this person, like you really are interested. And when you start doing that for yourself, and when I say for yourself, I don't mean just, hey, I want to go and do this today. No, I'm talking about you sit down and you hear your mind, you listen to it, you explore it in all the ways that it wants to go, right? And you see the patterns that it has. And those patterns might be negative loops. And when you see that negative loop, what do you do with it? Do you carry on thinking about it? Do you change it to another negative loop? Or do you look at it and say, hold on now, this ain't the best way to look at this. This is a negative thought process. This is a negative pattern. I am now aware of it because I'm consciously choosing to get to know my mind. I'm seeing that it's choosing negative thought patterns right now. I can consciously choose to switch it into a positive one. Why? Because I have now developed the awareness of my mind and of my presence and the conviction in which I choose to live from. Right? You do the same thing with your physical body. You don't have to be perfectly healthy and eat everything perfectly to be yourself and to be connected to yourself. We're here to experience at the end of the day, right? And if you ever feel guilty about eating something, boom, that guilt has stripped you away from you again. You're not meant to feel any of those negative emotions, and you're not even meant to feel any of the positive emotions. You're meant to see and experience all of them, but from a different place. And that place is right in the center of you. It's right in the center of your being. It's in the center of your mind. It's that stillness place. It's the center of your heart, that vibrational place, that emotional place, that frequency, that buzz, that warmness that you can feel, right? So when you start going with your body, you're just meant to become aware of it. You're meant to listen to it. It will tell you, I feel like eating this, I feel like eating that. Or if you don't listen to it, it will say, I don't feel like eating this, I do not feel like eating that. It's your choice to listen to it or not, because you have free will, right? And if you listen to it, you develop the connection with it more. It's not about it being healthy. It's about the connection with what you're listening to, your intuition, your soul, your frequency, your vibration, your expression of your authentic truth. Your highest timeline is what people call it, right? And that's because when you listen to the vibrational state in your being, that is the vibrational state that is trying to create the world that you're experiencing. But when we use our free will to use the physical body and give in to its urges and be intimate with people in all different ways, in all different times, mindlessly, this is why it's said to only be done after marriage, because if it's marriage, that means it's intentional. Nobody can take your power from you. Nobody can take your energy. Nobody drains you. You give it away by not being conscious of your boundaries, of what you're capable of and what you're not capable of, and what you would prefer and what you wouldn't prefer. Everything is a conscious realization of self. It's not about being mystical and spiritual. Yes, there are beautiful experiences, like feeling energy in your body, like visuals, like hearing things. These are just natural parts of the process, because we are infinite creativity expressing itself in a small form. It's limiting, but sometimes we slip out of it. Consciously or unconsciously, the awareness taps out, but in. I'm fed up of seeing all these things and people trying to charge people for them to connect back to themselves. How can you charge someone to give them a gift of themselves? I can't understand it. I can't comprehend it. You are saying to yourself, you gotta pay me so you can find you. You're trying to up yourself on yourself, essentially, is what your frequency is doing in that scenario. So by all means, everybody do what they need to do, right? But it does not align with me, because it does not align with my truth. And my truth is, I'm sharing my truth with the world, and if anyone is interested, they can listen, and if they're not, they don't need to listen. But my ego right now is not impressed. I just had some people telling me on a live that I asked if I could share a perspective on something, and the response was like, oh, you're in the matrix. I already know because you said did it. It's like, I just asked you what your definition of the matrix was, and you didn't give me a very clear description, and then you didn't let me express what I was trying to share with you to see if we have an understanding of what we're talking about. But you couldn't hold the space for me because you had to become so defensive and protective, which is your ego, which is the matrix. Let me just point out, it's so simple, guys. We have a mind that we need to learn to navigate, very simply put. Difficult to execute, very simple process. We have a body that we need to connect with, exactly the same, very simple, but not as easy to action, because they are urges. This is the urges of the intimacy and the addictions that we fall into, eating unhealthy or overindulging all the time, right? And whatever else it is for anybody else. This is learning to be your authentic self, your conviction self, your conscious awareness self of the physical body and the mind. And there's one other part. Now, there's many different ways I've heard people talking about this, but I plain and simply put it as the energy in your body. Why? Because that's what it feels like to me. If it feels like that to me, I'm assuming it's going to feel like that to some other people too. And even if it doesn't feel exactly the same, the only point is to have one proper, I don't know why or what the word means, but a conformative way of explaining it. And I don't know what that word means, but it felt like I was supposed to say that word, so I said that word, right? But one way to explain it to understand each other. We have energy in our bodies. Our body is energy itself. It's not physical. And we have energy everywhere. And when you develop your awareness of it, you can feel it in your body. This is where your emotions that you have not processed throughout your life is stored. When you can feel it and you become more aware of it and you can start feeling it around your whole body, there is nowhere that imbalances can ever hide, because your awareness is too present for there to be an imbalance there. Awareness brings balance, right? And it's a very simple process, but it's one that has to be done consciously, over and over again, to choose to keep doing it. Why would you want to keep doing this to yourself, you ask? Simply put, when you become more aware, you become more conscious. When you're more conscious, you become more intentional. When you become more intentional, it means you do things that have meaning for you. And if you do things that have meaning for you more regularly, then your life has now got more meaning, which means you enjoy your life even more. And on top of enjoying your life even more, because you experience things so fully and wholly, it feels like time slows down. So you actually get to live in a world that's more beautiful and at a wonderful pace, in short. And this is my intention in life for myself, right? If there's anybody that is serious, that is real on this journey, that really wants to come to a place where they are at peace within themselves, don't matter what's going on around them, and my life is the most out of balance thing in material aspects that it could have ever been, or it has ever been, should I say, right? It could be worse, right? But that it has ever been. And I am in the best place within myself than I have ever been. It makes no difference to me what you choose to do with yourself. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm doing, and I would love to take this journey with more people. And anything that I ever experience, I will never charge anything for it. I'm gonna write a book at some point, maybe, possibly, if it is aligned, and that will be free. I want to hold space for people to come to and be at, and that will be free, right? I do not need to need. I am here sharing because I am giving the gift of self to self. I cannot give a gift if I'm asking to receive. You don't give a gift to receive, you give a gift to give. And what I'm offering is a gift. It has to be a gift, because you're only going to receive it if you want to. And if you don't want to, you ain't going to receive it. No money is necessary. And I'm good either way, because I'm here living my life in the most beautiful way. So I'm sharing this because I'm fed up of seeing all these things now, and my ego is really getting like, I've been working with it, right? I have been working with it, But you know what? When I see situations like that where people are so adamant that they know exactly what they're talking about and they shut everyone off, you're not open-minded anymore. How can you be infinite creativity in consciousness but not open to hear a perspective? Because if you're infinite creativity, you will hear all perspectives, because you'll see how that perspective could be created to manifest in the way that you experience everything. You're open to hearing more. Curiosity is an aspect of awareness. Awareness became aware and then was curious as to why creation even started, in the way that I see it personally. So any real people on this journey, like that I'm talking about, not the journeys that everybody else seems to be talking about at the moment, but this kind of journey, please let me know, because I'm down to really take a serious journey on. I'm already doing it, right? I'm already doing my thing, and I know there's other people doing it, but like, that's it. I'm putting it out there now. I'm putting it out into the universe. I'm ready to continue taking this journey and meet like-minded people too, because it would be nice to share. It would be nice to hear people's perspectives from their own experiences that is aligned with a similar understanding, rather than it all being about trying to escape something and making it into this war that is not even there. For me, if you want there to be a war, have it, but I don't want the war, thank you. I just want community. I want cooperation. I want wisdom to be shared. I want truth to be shared. I want authenticity to be expressed. And if you're down for those things, follow me, message me, comment on here, whatever. Just let's find a way to get together as individuals and just start experiencing life in a similar way with each other. And I know this is very emotionally charged, but it's time now, man. Why are people still looking in the wrong places? I don't get it. Everyone wants to believe that there is no specific way. There is a specific way, but you can take that way in your own specific way. That's the beauty of it. There is a process to it, and that process is universal but also individual. Why? Because it is everything and nothing, just like we are, just like the creator is, just like everything that exists in material world that's not actually material. It's everything and it's nothing. This is as above, so below. It's the synchronicities of how the universe unfolds. Guys, look deeper. Look in yourself. Feel the energy. When you feel the energy, everything else will start to make sense, because it makes you perceive it in a way that you can understand. Okay, cool. There is something deeper than just this material world, just this matrix, if that's what people are calling it. And when you become aware of it, it's just the start of the journey, and I'm still in the beginning of the journey. Maybe not the beginning. I'm quite deep into it. I've gone through it consciously, but I don't know how far it goes. So I'm deep in, but there's still more. I'm still going. I'm still exploring. And I'm going to continue to do so forever. Because that's the whole point. To experience consciously, to experience fully, not to go through life half-heartedly and experience things that you're kind of paying attention to and then you're drifting off somewhere else. That's not immersed in this world. And to really learn and to really experience, you need to be immersed in your actual experience that you're having right here, right now. So, you wonderful, wonderful beings, I'm gonna share this, and whatever comes of it, comes of it. I know people are not gonna be happy if anybody even listens this far, but you know what? I don't care no more. Not because I don't care, but something has to be said at some point, right? So much of it is accurate, but look at it from the right perspective, please. I'm not disregarding anything. It's all got validated points, it's all validated. Everything is there. But what way are you looking at it yourself? That's the only thing I'm saying to you. Look at how you're looking at it. If what you're looking at, you're saying, nah, they're trying to do this to us, nah, there's a war, nah, this, nah, that, that's ego, that's fear, that's survival. If you're coming from survival, if you're coming from defending, if you're coming from protecting, that is ego. If you're coming from a balanced, neutral state to find solution, resolution, not even to find like love, just resolution, peace, balance, balance. If everything is an electromagnetic field, there is a center point in everything. If everything has an electromagnetic field, if everything works as an electromagnetic field, let's just say, just for the perspective, it doesn't even have to be accurate, then the point to make all things flow in harmony is to be in the center point. What's the center point? The balance, the middle point of every polarity, the middle point of every perspective, the middle point of the ego, the mind, the awareness, the energy, the center point of all of it. Feel the energy move, hear the mind, be aware of all of them, but stay presently in the center point of your soul, the center point of your being, and everything else will eventually fall into place. So that's it. That's my truth. This is now what I have shared with the world, because why not? I have the most loving, peaceful and harmonious intentions for all of you out there, no matter what your thoughts are on what I've shared, positive, negative, anything. You have that same intention from me sent out to you, sent out to everything, every being, every plant, every animal on this planet, everything on the planet, everything outside of the planet. Just send it everywhere. Open yourself up and send it. That's what I'm doing. I love everything. I'm in harmony with everything. I trust the process. I trust the universe. I trust God. I trust Creator. And I trust me. And I trust you. Because I don't see you as anything different than me. If you see yourself differently, that's okay. No offense intended.